there, this is Susan with Acceleration Services, and today we're going to be talking about increasing your brand awareness with the topic of marketing magic. This is how to convert contact into a customer in 30 seconds or less. So here's a marketing adage. They say if you build a better mousetrap, the world will beat a path to your door. Well, that's not true. First, they have to know that you built that mousetrap, and second, sometimes they have to realize that they have mice. So that being said, part of marketing is education, and that's what we're going to cover in Marketing Magic. So the traits of effective marketing: it needs to be engaging. It needs to keep their attention. There's so much that is calling for our attention, right? There's white noise, there's multiple ads, there's all kinds of things that are going to distract us. So when we have a chance to give our marketing message, we need to be able to engage them so that we can keep their attention. Second, it needs to be memorable. They may need time to make a buying decision or even a contact decision. So we need to be able to stay top of mind. It also needs to be compelling. We want them to take action and do something. So that's what the Marketing Magic formula will cover for us. Here's an origin story. About 25 years ago now, I had decided to leave my corporate business. This was in July of 1999, and a friend had recommended that I check out the Rancho Cordova Chamber. I was told that at a luncheon meeting, we would be given a chance to do a 30-second commercial, or an elevator pitch, or an introduction. And I realized if I stood up and said, "My name is, and this is what I do," that the chances of somebody approaching me would be zero. And as my mentor Jim Rohn said, 0 is not a good number. So this is what I said. I said, "Hi, my name is Susan, and before I tell you what I do, I want you to recall the last time you were talking to a customer, a prospect, maybe your boss. You had this great idea, and they just weren't getting it. Wasn't that frustrating? You might have felt like you were up a creek without a paddle." Well, I'm in the paddle business. I teach people how to build communication bridges in 30 seconds or less. I'm actually doing a workshop next week, so let me know if you'd like to attend. I can also come to your place of business and do a brown bag presentation for your team. Lastly, I'm a member of Toastmasters, so if you want to check that out, please see me. I'm Susan at getyournettinggear.com. And from that one introduction, I had 2 people pay for the workshop. 2 people approached me about doing a brown bag, and 1 person joined Toastmasters. So to go from 0 to 5 is a great result, right? And here's what I did. I pointed out the problem. Up a creek without a paddle. Now you'll realize that I didn't even explain how I was going to fix it, what it was going to cost, none of the details. I basically pointed to a problem, and this is the thing, is you want to make sure that you're pointing out a problem that you realize most people have. The second thing I did is said, I have a solution. Now, again, I did not go into the details. I just said, here is what you need to do to find out more. And that's what we're going to learn in the Magic Marketing Formula. Okay, so the elements of the formula you might recognize from my 30-second commercial. The message, or what are you trying to say? A is the audience. Who are you saying it to? Who is your target market? G is grabbing their attention. How do you stand out from the crowd and be memorable? I is involve the emotion. We tend to make emotional decisions and then justify it with logic later. So you need to think about how you can engage people from their emotional level. And the last thing is the call to action. What do you want them to do? Okay then, are you ready to get started? Let's move on to the next lesson.